But dear students, in this video we are going to discuss the poem Ball by John Berryman. A boy loses a ball. He is very upset. A ball doesn't cost much, nor it is difficult to buy another ball. Why then is the boy so upset? Read the poem to see what the poet thinks has been lost and what the boy has to learn from the experience of losing something. In the opening lines of the poem, the poet describes the experience of the boy after he loses the ball. In the middle of the poem, the poet describes the pain caused by the loss of the ball that the boy experienced. And in the last lines of the poem, the poet describes the experience of the boy he gains from losing the ball. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is the boy now who has lost his ball? The poet says that if the boy was playing, his ball went into the water, and after he has lost his ball, what does he think? What does he feel after the loss of his ball? What is he to do? Means after he has lost his ball, what is his next step? What is he going to do? So the poet wants to see the next action of the boy after he has lost his ball. The poet knows it well that the boy is intimate with the ball. The ball is like a friend to the boy. But after he has lost it, what is his reaction after this loss? So what is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street. The poet says that when the boy was playing with the ball merrily bouncing down the street. Merrily means happily. The ball went down in the street happily. Means the ball was happy in the company of the boy. The boy was playing with the ball, and the ball too was entertaining in the company of the boy. Merrily bouncing here is personification of the ball. The ball is a non-living object. It is never happy. It is away from worldly happiness, worldly feelings. In spite of that, the ball of the child merrily bounced down the street, and then merrily went in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. After the ball has gone into the water, the boy has lost the ball. The poet thinks that there is no need to console the child that losing something is natural. There is no meaning to convince the ball to relieve from the pain that has been generated due to loss of the ball. So the poet talks with himself and comes to the conclusion that at this very moment when the boy is in grief due to his loss of the ball, there is no use to talk to him to say, oh, there are other balls. The poet says that there are many other balls like the ball the child has lost. There are many other balls in the world. There is no need to say to the boy that there are other balls, so take other ball and be happy, because there are many other balls, but they are balls. But the ball that the child has lost, he is closely connected with. He is friendly with that particular ball. He has not only lost a ball, but he has lost his feelings. The child has lost his sentiments, his connection. He has lost his childhood. So that's why the poet says that no use to say, oh, there are other balls. After the ball goes into the water, the child has lost it. No use to say there are other balls. An ultimate sinking grief fixes the boy. The boy is transfixed with an ultimate grief. Grief is not for losing a ball only. The child has lost his happiness. The child has lost his childhood. He has lost his friend. That's why an ultimate grief fixes the boy. This is the reaction. He is startled. He had never ever imagined that the very moment he was playing with the ball, and the next moment the ball will be out of his life. He will miss it forever. As he stands rigid, trembling, staring down, all his youth days into the harbor where his ball went. So the child stands at the very point from where the water is flowing. However, he looks constantly at the ball. He is rigid. He wants to get that ball. He is trembling because he is angry. He is staring down all his youth days into the harbor where his ball went. His ball has went into the harbor, and not the ball has gone there, but his youth has gone there. His childhood has gone there. His intimacy with the ball has gone there. His feelings about the ball has gone there. His innocency has gone there. That's why the child is standing startled there. The poet further says, I would not intrude on him. I would not interfere in the situation where the boy is trapped in. Why does the poet say so? The poet says that I would not intrude on him. I would not convince him. The poet says that I would not go to the boy and would say him that, oh boy, please don't be disheartened, because losing something, losing our near one and dear ones is eternal, it is natural. Nothing is permanent in the world. What you have got, you have to lose. someday or one day. The poet says that he would not go to the boy and say these things to him. He would not teach him a lesson of life. He would not teach him what is natural. But the poet wants that here in this line, that I would not intrude on him a dime, another ball is worthless. The poet says that he would not intrude on the boy. He would not say the boy that losing something is natural. The poet wants that the child would take an experience from this incident. The poet wants that the child would learn from the incident that losing near ones and dear ones is natural. It is a part of life. That's why life is full of mysteries. That's why there is suffering in life. That's why there is battle in life. So, a dime, another ball is worthless. Poet says that a dime, 10 cents of United States of America is worthless for that particular boy. Other ball is worthless for that particular boy because he wants that ball. Why he wants that ball? Because he is closely connected with that ball. Ball is friendly. He has spent his childhood playing that ball. Now he senses first responsibility. The child feels, he senses, he experiences, he feels his first responsibility in the world. The loss of the ball is a learning for the child. And he senses the first responsibility. His innocence has gone. His childhood has gone. Now he is a responsible one. And with the loss of the ball, the first responsibility is experienced by that child. And what is that responsibility? That responsibility is in a world of possessions. Possessions means belongings. In this transitory world, we run behind things. We want to own things. We want to snatch things, grab things. We want things to make our own. We want to be owner of things. We want to connect everything with our name, our fame, our dignity, our honor and our pride. We want ownership. So the child understands the responsibility. He senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. So it is a learning for that child. The poet here at this particular line tells the readers that every loss, every pain is a learning. Don't be disheartened when you lose something, when you miss something, when you lose your near one and one's dear ones. It gives you a learning. The learning is very important. So, in a world of possessions, people will take balls will be lost always. Now the poet tells to the little boy, balls will be always lost. Balls, here is repetition of the ball. Ball is a symbol here. Symbol of all those things and those people with whom we love. And we understand that without they are so much important in our life that we cannot live without them. But how wrong we are. Life continues to go on. The world is a stage. Everything comes, performs, and then departs. So, balls will be lost always. The things you love, the people you love, they are not permanent with you. And you too are not permanent in their life. Because everything has its own life. Either you or that ball. So, balls will be lost always. Little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Ball back means alliteration is here. Happiness ends. यह जीवन क्या है निर्झर है, मस्ती ही इसका पानी है, सुख दुख के दोनों तीरों से चल रहा राह मनमानी है। जिंदगी में खुशियां और अवसाद तो आते रहते हैं, तो एक बार जो खुशियां चली गई, बॉल इज अ सिंबल ऑफ हैप्पीनेस, सो द हैप्पीनेस इज नॉट गोइंग टू कम बैक इन योर लाइफ. Money is external. Money is external. 10 cents are not sufficient. You can buy everyone or the boy himself could buy a ball at 10 cents, but money is external. You cannot purchase happiness. You cannot purchase belongings. You cannot purchase ownership. You cannot purchase your feelings. So money is external. He is learning well behind his disparate eyes. So, behind his disparate eye, the boy is learning. He is disparate. He is disheartened. The boy is disheartened, and he is in between when he is learning. He is disheartened. He is learning something. And what is he learning? He is learning the epistemology of loss. The boy is learning the epistemology of loss. Epistemology, understanding the nature of loss, that it is natural. How to stand up, knowing that every man must one day know, and must one know many days how to stand up. The boy is learning that if you lose something, your life is along with that separation, your life is not going to end. You need to cope with the problem, cope with the stress, because problems come, they come to go. You cannot stop the problem in coming your life. The same way, problems will come and problems will go. You should not be disheartened. Every loss is a learning. So, knowing what every man must one day know, and must know many days. Not only one day, but many days man must know that how to cope with the stress, cope with the problem, and take a learning, take new understanding from the loss.